Are you cultivating your emotional intelligence? Grand Rising, my friends. Congratulations, you made it another day. My name's Mark Brown. I help men over 50 bounce back after loss, addiction, and setbacks using faith and simple tips, tricks, and tools that work if you apply them, including myself. We're going to talk about three things today. We're going to talk about self-regulation, empathy, and social skills. So here's the thing. This is a very powerful topic. It's all about how you are in the face of things, the way we show up in our relationships, the way we show up in our faith, whatever your faith that may be for you, whatever you believe in. It's called emotional intelligence. It's not just about how we feel, it's about how we handle things in the face of being around certain people every single day. I'm in the public service area, always with people, new people each and every day. And some people can be not so nice, as we know. There's some really, it's challenging out there these days, and there's lots of people with lots of heavy things on their shoulders, and sometimes they take it out on you. So how do you handle those people when they're not so nice to you? So it's a really good skill to help you deepen yourself, to lead better, and to love people better, more firmly and more fully, all of that stuff. And that goes into the first thing, your self-regulation. That's where it all starts. Like, how do you respond when things come up for you, when you feel anger, frustration, sadness, all of these things? It's all part of being human, especially if someone comes at you the wrong way or someone cuts you off. Like, how are you when nobody's watching? Like, it's not that big of a deal. I've taken that on, but I still have to learn and grow into a lot of other areas. But it means you got to kind of pause and take a breath back. Is this really going to affect you? How is it affecting you and your psychology? Are you going to allow one little thing ruin your whole day? Let one person who made a rude comment to you or anything live rent free in your brain, and when it really doesn't really matter? How are you responding? Are you acting on impulse, mean and nasty? One of my biggest things is, and I'm working on this, like, I don't know about you, but I talk underneath my breath. Like, when I'd be walking away, I'm like, I'll say something dumb, and I react, and it's really annoying for myself, and I'm really becoming very self-aware of that. But I know it's something that I deal with. Like, my mouth gets me in trouble, and it's something I'm coming more and more aware of it. Like, I'll be snide, and it doesn't forward anything. You know what I'm saying? Especially if someone catches it, they're like, "What did you say?" I'm like, I'm just being a little baby. That's really what it is. I'm just being a little baby, and it's my own baloney. You know what I'm saying? And that's where empathy comes into play. When someone's coming at you and rude, your ability to understand someone and how they might be feeling, you don't know what's going on in their lives. And you just kind of take a step back, especially after stopping drinking and so on and so forth. I know that I didn't even know I was interacting with people so mean or rude or nasty. And quite frankly, it's such a selfish thing. Like, my drinking didn't start out drinking every day. It's like when you have a leak in your roof and it drips over a long period of time. Your roof's gonna become rotted. So that's what happened to me. It wasn't like I was always heavily drinking all the time. It just progressed slowly, and it sneaks up on you. So when you get out of that, and it's almost 4 years now, you got to relearn all these things. So it takes time, right? But you can recognize these things, and when you conflict resolve with your empathy with people, when you truly see others, like when I see people going through this, I step back and I say, "Wow, yeah, that was me," and I say, "Yeah, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way for a long time, and I understand." And what I have found was, like, when I take a step back, I really empathize with people now. And I think these days we all need that in a lot of different areas. Like, it's not just around, like, there's addictions for everything. So, like, a people pleasing, it's not just around drugs and alcohol. Overeating could be your work, could be all of these things. So, like, being angry, like you don't even know. So you have to try to have your best empathy for people, especially when you look at yourself and you're like, "Wow, that was me." And then you can take a step back and you can help the person you used to be. That's what it's all about. We're all in this together. That's one thing I really want to stress about everything. You're not alone. I say this all the time. I used to think that. Like, I thought I was the only one that was dealing with all this stuff. And you know what? Once I said, you know what? I'm not alone. And the more I see people and I talk, and I'm in groups, and I'm in this group here and this group here, my Brother Up group, my Wealth Generation group, anything new, and you start seeing yourself like, wow, it feels refreshing. It's not like refreshing that we have these things, but it's refreshing to know that you're not alone. And that goes into building your social skills. Emotional intelligence shows up in how we communicate, how we resolve conflict, and we build our relationships. It's actually listening with intention. Most people, including myself, at times it's like I was waiting for the person to stop before then I say my point or view. And that's where a lot of people are these days now. They just want to jump on you. They don't listen to actually what's going on, and that doesn't resolve anything. If we're not talking about what's going on, you can agree to disagree. I love and appreciate everyone's differences of opinions. I don't take my ball and go home because you won't agree with me. You know how many people do that and then they get super angry? There are lots of people out there, and there's certain, and you see that often. It's like, really? You're not even open to listening to what's going on? I can agree to disagree with you and still have dinner with you. That's called honest, open communication. And you can communicate with people without tearing people down. That's like the worst thing you could do to someone. It's like, you're such a X, Y, and Z when you're not even open to hearing what the other person. That's just you, again, taking your ball, running away, and then you resort to anger, frustration, and violence. I mean, I see that all the time, and there's such a hypocrisy in this world right now. And I believe that the world's, I think it's getting better. But if we don't have honest, open communication with people, and you're not going to be able to agree with everybody. People don't agree with some of the things I say here. That's okay. God bless you. I love you. I'll let you have your opinion, and I'm going to move on. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to be like, thank you very much for your opinions. People have shared some negative things to me, and I'm like, okay, that's your opinion. What does it really mean? Stop catering to people who feel offended. Like, okay, that's just what are you offended for? For what? Am I hurting you? Am I stealing something? Am I killing you? What am I doing? Because I have a different thought process than you? That's what it's all about. It's called free will. You know, if you don't choose to believe in whatever you choose to believe in, great. I know there's set paths to do certain things, and if you want to join us to do that, we can do that. That's up to you if you want to do that, not me. It doesn't matter to me either way. I love you either way, whichever direction you go. See, people think I'm not attached to the result. I'm attached to it because I want to move, touch, and inspire you and impact you. That's what it's all about, right? So when you improve and you relate to others, your life gets better and better and better, and you got to change from the inside out. Go watch the movies Inside Out 1 and 2. They're really, really amazing. Really, that was they're really, really good because they talk about all of our emotions. All right, final thought here is it's not about being soft. Your emotional intelligence is not about being soft. It's about being wiser, smarter, and for yourself from the inside out, not to overreact on certain little petty things. And that's something that I'm definitely working on. I definitely have to work on my, under the breath, the snide remarks and stuff like that, or just enough so the person can hear me. And I've come a long way. What do you think you have to work on? Pick one thing. Take a look in the mirror. That's really all about. It's about self-awareness and reflection. And it's not always easy. It's not easy. Deep roots are deep rooted. You can pick a flower, but you can't pick up a 100-year-old oak tree. And that's kind of like some of our ways of beings in our way deep subconscious. And that's a constant unfolding over time. So this kind of growth makes everything easier, makes you stronger emotionally, relationally, and spiritually. So I hope this helps. If you got any value out of this, or you think someone can get value out of this, please share this with someone. What are your thoughts on this? I would love to know, really. Again, thank you everybody who's been reaching out to me. It's been a great process so far. I'm going to continue doing things. This is number 84 or 5 out of 100. And I just love, sharing my thoughts, regardless of the outcome. If I can just impact one person, as I said, if this one person get one little takeaway from me, from any of these things, that's all that matters to me. And just know that you're worthy. You are loved. Someone's definitely counting on you. I believe in you. Got this. You are powerful. You are so capable for so much more than you don't give yourself credit for. So have an amazing day today. I love you, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.